unmute yourself.
My name is Sunday Agumbiade.
Agumbiade, yes, you're welcome. The Ibadan man. The 3SC, one of the 3SC
Yes.
fans.
I'm calling from Ibadan, Oyo State Capital, and media officer of Football Fans Clubs of Nigeria, FFCN, and now football analyst with the Success FM Ibadan here in Oyo State. Thank you very much, Vincent.
You're welcome to the program. Well, let's quickly look at, before we go to the Super Eagles issue. Let's quickly look at
I can barely hear you.
Okay, just so some minutes. And let's quickly look at the Nigerian Premier League before we talk about the Super Eagles team. So far, we're in week 31, going to week 32, and how would you describe the league this season? And what are the things you think should be brought in come next season?
Well, I think the league so far has been a better one compared to the previous. Considering the fact that the officiating appears to be better, then also the standard of football, the standard of the game, the coverage, the fans, and what else? And the kind of sponsorship given to the league. Then also the quick remuneration IGI to the officials, the Nigerian Football Referee Association. We have seen a lot of developments. Not forgetting that I think yesterday or thereabout, the NPFL board led by Honorable Benga also signed a partnership deal with the FRCN for FRCN, the Radio of Nigeria, to give me the live match, and this is a good mileage. This to the NPL. I think so far so good. We have seen a lot of development in Nigeria. In our league.
Yeah, well, let's quickly look at the Super Eagles. The qualifying matches. What do you think are the problem and the way forward? Right now, we are only bent on if and only if, hoping that other teams will make mistakes for us to qualify for the World Cup. Looking at the fact that we have teams like Rwanda, Zimbabwe, Lesotho in our group, we thought that it was to be an easy ride for us. But I think right now, we are still at the fourth position on the group.
With Super Eagles, enrolled to the FIFA World Cup, the beginning actually started from Coach Peseiro. I didn't expect Nigeria Football Federation to allow Coach Peseiro to continue after the AFCON held in Ivory Coast. The kind of football, the kind of Arambo football that the man deploy, used in the competition. Nigeria were struggling. We have a lot of people that lost their lives due to the fact that we're playing defensively. We didn't really attack more. If not for the fact that someone like Victor Osimhen and Demola Lookman were very vehement in getting where we got in the final. We didn't really see much from that technical crew led by Coach Peseiro. And when he started the World Cup, when they allowed this man to continue, they all saw that this man has nothing to offer except the commitment of those players that made it happen. And he played 2 matches, couldn't win any. They allowed in person of Coach Finidi George to take up from where he ended, and he also could not win a single match. Meaning that out of the first 4 matches, we only drew 3 matches. So we had 3 points out of possible 12, and that's a failure already. And now we got this man from Mali, Eddie Sepucheo, who played 2 matches, drew 1 and lost 1. And the problem, just like I did say, is multifaceted, right from the NFF, also to the coaching crew, the kind of coaches and the game management. Imagine the last match against Zimbabwe. We got to the 85 minutes. Everybody will have expected the coach to probably manage that 3 points by probably introducing more defenders or defensive, midfielders to stabilize that defensive stuff, particularly the time they hit the bar. one would have expected that this a kind of a call to action that let me just bolster the defense line such that this will not have access to our territory. But unfortunately, he couldn't manage that. It was also agitating to get more goals, and you remove a striker. He affected the striker Osimhen and deployed this man that never even scored for Nigeria. I mean, Victor Boniface. So, and everything just boomerang. So it's from the NFF. And if you consider even the efforts of this Eserese-Ipuche, the last AFCON, you know that to me, personally, I don't suppose this kind of coach we have. Yes, we have better and more experienced, more exposed players than Malian. But we also what happened against Mali in quarterfinal. This man was, I mean, the Ivorian were 1 man down and the Malian were 11. At the dying minutes, the Ivorian scored and they used their man to defeat this man, what's it called? This Eserese-Ipuche. And they just evicted them. Someone who could not even make it to the semi-final of AFCON. Now our message just because we have better players, we have more exposed players, and look at what happened. He couldn't manage the game. Game management. And we have not seen anything yet. Because the kind of coaches we are getting for Nigeria, I don't think they are in the mood, they are in the caliber of the kind of players we have across the world. We have players literally across the world, but we don't have a coach who can muster them, who can blend them to a team and get us what we are. How can Zimbabwe come to Nigeria here and do us? So look at what Pomfrey Joe said. He said a team like Zimbabwe, Nigeria should have defeated them 3-4-0. But look at the coach we used. Look at what happened. Look at you deploy somebody who has been, online, who is used to the right flank, moving from that, right back up front in his team, Nottingham Forest. Now you put him in left flank. You play a lot of them out of their position. So I don't know. I don't really understand. The kind of federation that is doing what to Nigerian football. We have players, but we don't have good board for NFL. We don't have good coaches to really get us to where we are going. I think that's my personal opinion about it.
One big question is how do they interview coaches for the Super Eagles? What kind of questions do they ask? What criteria do they use in picking coaches for Super Eagles? Do they just give them based on I don't know? It's so funny. Hello,
see, I can be. I don't know what is happening, and I put my phone at the very peak, but the voice there is not that okay.
Okay, so I mean, what?
So I think. Hello, that's me.
Okay. I said, how do they pick coaches for the Super Eagles? What kind of interview, what kind of questions do they ask them? What are the criteria for picking coaches for Super Eagles? Do they just pick them based on the fact that they've got somewhere? Do they pick them based on the fact that they know the players and know or talk about formation, talk about use of players? Because I feel there should be some criteria that should be used in picking a coach for a team. You have to look at it.
I think there's something called antecedent track record. We should a team like Nigeria who has won AFCON 3 times. Any coach we are going to get must be a kind of title-winning coach. Someone who has won either AFCON, either at the club level, maybe like UEFA or whatever. Peseiro has nothing like that in his record. You need to judge just a beginner, and in terms of national team. Then also this one, Malian, the only record we can trace to him is that he took Mali to quarterfinal and was defeated with the 10-man, team. So we should have kind of a standard, if you like, benchmark that such a coach must be somebody who has international experience, who has won the title, who has probably won something a similar title, at least that could match up with the kind of caliber of players we have across globe. But we don't seem to look at how our players are or how exposed our players are. We are only concerned about a kind of coach that could listen to us, that could do our bit. We can just select players for. We must do this player.
I actually also felt that the players called to camp were actually picked for Eric Charles. And I also want to say that don't you think there's need for us to change at the technical department? of the NFF. I think the people managing that department, maybe I feel there's need for us to change the people there.
Vincent, let us not flog this issue. Let us not flog this issue. There was a time the technical director of NFF said something that he did not even know how those players were selected. Which means that the technical department was aware of how those players were invited. He did not even have any input. The coach there was never a time that a press conference that this coach, with technical department, and now ask some question, why invited that. It means some people somewhere are dictating the pace, for these.
Well, Mr. Sunday, thank you so much. Because time is not our friend. Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution, and we hope to bring more, of course, on this program in subsequent editions. Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure, patient. You are doing a good job.
Thank you so much. Well, I think the way it actually shows that players being called to the Super Eagles camp are actually being handpicked by some people in authority. Most of them are not actually, because we want that calling 23 players from abroad to the Super Eagles and having 10 of them sitting on the bench almost all through the game, and calling 10 strikers, and while 5 of them actually sit on the bench. There's need for the people, for the NFF, of course, to ensure that they give free hand to the coaches and the technical department. I think who knows? So some people in authority might be the one calling players to camp for the Super Eagles right now. Because I said it when the moment I saw the lineup, I said this is the same lineup. The same lineup Pesero used, same lineup Finidi also used. So it means there's some people behind the call up of players to Super Eagles. Well, let's leave that for now. We'll come and talk about that in our next edition. I want to thank you for staying glued to this our station, 3M Sports Channel, where we talk about Nigerian football. And I want you to go subscribe and of course click like to ensure that we try to give you more of our best in the future. Thank you so much. I remain Mr. Nakami. See you on Monday for another edition on this program.